Hi, thanks for watching. This is my follow-up video to Stamp Wars. Our sponsor for Stamp Wars was Stampscapes, and we each received the new Nature Set number 52, Let It Snow, featuring this awesome fence, snowy cabin, snowman, forest, tree, several really cool sentiments, a little sledder pulling his sled, and some tracks in the snow. So we had three of us on Stamp Wars. It was myself and Nancy, and our mystery guest was Irene Smith, who is Artemis Made on YouTube and Instagram. This is the card that I made on Stamp Wars. That card was made on foil cardstock, and this is the tag that I made. We were each to create a card on foil cardstock and a tag. Here's a still photo of the two items that I created on Stamp Wars. For today's card, I am going to make something that looks similar to this, which has the cabin and the forest and the snowmen and the warm wishes, and I'm going to be using PanPastels to create my background. I have a piece of Northwoods rubber stamp watercolor paper. I have one extra set of this Let It Snow Nature Set number 52, and one person who leaves a comment below will be selected for winning that stamp set, in addition to the beautiful tree set, Nature Set number 15. You have to leave a comment in the comment section letting me know, did you watch Stamp Wars and do you enjoy watching Stamp Wars? If you don't know what Stamp Wars is, head on over to Nancy's channel, which is Nancy Stamps, to learn more. Okay, I'm going to be using my PanPastels today to create my background. I'm looking for a background that is light blue. PanPastels are finely milled pastels. They remind you of having a texture of an eyeshadow. They are very vibrant, and a little bit goes a long way. These PanPastels are highly pigmented, artist grade pastels. A lot of people think they're chalk, but they're not. They don't have that consistency. They're more of a consistency of a very fine, like eyeshadow, but there's no fallout. So what that means is fallout is like a dust. You don't have that with PanPastels. The nice thing about PanPastels is they are very vibrant. A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to press really hard to apply the color to your creation. And PanPastels are great for making backgrounds, as well as you can color in. If you watch our Stamp Wars from Saturday night, Nancy stamped her images on a piece of matte silver cardstock, and then she used PanPastels to color in on top. So there's a lot of great versatility, and the PanPastels, they last forever. A little bit goes a long way. Now that I have my background, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp directly right on top with PanPastels. The one thing that you do, that is recommended you do, is to spray some kind of fixative at the end of your creation when you're done with everything. I didn't do that with mine because it's just a background, but you can use hairspray. Yeah, we had a great time on Stamp Wars. We really love this stamp set. And by the way, this stamp set, as well as Nature Set number 53, which is the snowy cabins, is on sale. They're both on sale until Saturday. And they are at a special discounted price. And when you go to the Stampscapes website, all you have to do is just put it in your cart, and it's automatically at a sale price. And that is just a special that's happening right now because of Stamp Wars. So thank you very much, Kevin from Stampscapes, for offering that promo. So I'm glad I used my stamp platform because I am laying this out as a scene, and I did need to stamp more than one time with my Versafine ink. Depending on the ink that you use, you might not have to stamp that many times, and it could just be that my ink pad was a little dry, which I'd rather have it be a little dry. With Kevin, with Stampscapes, if you go to their YouTube channel, there's a lot of tutorials you can watch, and one thing that Kevin recommends is not having like a super saturated juicy ink pad, because with these stamps that he has designed, there's so much detail that if your ink is way too juicy, you lose some of that. So yeah, I mean, it's your preference, really, what you like, but that's his recommendation. Now I have Snowman number 1 and Snowman number 2, and I'm using my acetate first so that I have a guide to make sure that everything is straight and in the position that I would like them to be. I'm going to stamp one snowman at a time. This way I can get them closer together with their little arms kind of touching. You don't have to do it this way, but that's what I did, so that I had a nice little scene here. These Stampscapes sets are so easy to use and so versatile. And just the detail is just stunning. And you could create so many wonderful scenes with the stamp sets from Stampscapes. If you watch our Stamp Wars video, you'll see how Nancy used it, how Irene used it, and then if you head over to Nancy's YouTube channel, she has a follow-up video, and Irene will have a follow-up video too. I will have links below in my description box with Nancy's channel as well as Irene's channel, so that you can check them out and subscribe to their channels. I like this sentiment, warm wishes. I think it's nice for the holidays, but also just a nice in general sentiment for cozy winter cards that you create. Now, the magic of PanPastels, they are erasable. So I have this small eraser, and I'm going in and erasing the body of the Snowman 1 and 2. And this is going to create white instead of that light blue. And so that's why I decided to create with PanPastels. And you can't do that with ink. You can't go in and erase the ink after you stamp it. So if I had created a background using ink blending, then I would have no choice. Whatever the colors that I used as ink, I would have no choice. I couldn't do anything about it. But this way you can actually erase the PanPastels. And this is just a little micro eraser, and it's super easy. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure or anything like that. They erase very easily. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to speed this up, but I am erasing the body of the snowman, the scarves and hats, and I'm going to go in and color those in a minute. But this is step 1 of getting that final detail for my cards. I'm also erasing like the roof of the little snowy cabin so that it looks like, you know, snow on the roof. And I'm erasing the windows. I'm erasing that PanPastel background from the windows. And this doesn't erase any ink. It's only erasing the PanPastels. I let the ink dry so that I didn't have any smears when I do this. And you can erase whatever areas you want. And then we'll go ahead and color those in here in a minute. That's what's nice about this micro eraser. And then I thought, well, I might as well erase some of the snow detail that you find on these trees that are in the background, because I can. You know, I might as well clear out some of that light blue and let that white shine through so that it, you know, has that effect of the snow on the branches. Okay, for the sake of time, I didn't show all of the erasing that I did. I'm going to now color in some aspects of these images. I'm using Derwent Inktense watercolor pencils, but I'm not going to apply any water. These are a soft pencil. I just like the way they look. This is just my preferred pencil that I go to. You can use any kind of pencil that you like. And I'm just coloring in the scarves of these snowmen. I'm making one red and the other one green and orange to give it a little pop of color. I'm also using yellow to color in the windows on the cabin. This looks like the lights are on then. And I'm taking this blue-green color and I'm coloring in or highlighting the darker shaded areas on these evergreen trees. This way, you know, it looks like it's, you know, our green trees in the background. So if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment so that you can be eligible to be the one lucky winner who receives 2 free stamp sets from Stampscapes, compliments of Kevin, the owner of Stampscapes. And please click that thumbs up button, which is the like button. That doesn't cost you anything to do these things, and it helps me to grow my channel, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Off camera, I also erased some of the PanPastels underneath the cabin and underneath the tree line to give that illusion of snow. Okay, so my final step is, thanks to Nancy, she was actually here the other night on her way to a business meeting, so she got to visit. And when she saw the card that I was going to create, she said, you ought to use something like glitter on the snow. So I have this gel, it's called Glitter Mousse from Scrappiness. It's rainbow, that's the color. It's basically a iridescent holographic gel like mousse. And I'm just applying that with my plastic spatula just to create some shine and texture so that it looks like real snow. You could use glitter as well, but I wanted to try this, and I'm glad that I did because I like the way it looks. And then I also applied this to the roof, and it just gives it a little sparkle, something extra. You can use it as an accent here with this card. And you do need to let this dry. It doesn't take long to dry, but I wouldn't rush it. I didn't use like a heat gun or anything like that. I just let it dry overnight. I'm sure it doesn't take that long. It says depending on the thickness of the coating of the layer, it could take 5 minutes to 3 hours to dry. Yeah, you have to stir it up first before you use it. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and show you my finished card here. This one is the one with the gel paste on it. It's got the sparkle of the snow. And then I also have my prototype card that I created off camera. And it does not have the gel. It just has the little bit of a snow at the bottom. So yeah, the first one I would say on the right that I made is got a little bit of a bluer background. That's what's nice about PanPastels. You can make them as intense as you like. And these are the products that these are the cards that I created during Stamp Wars, the tag and the foil card. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below so that you can be entered into the giveaway. I'm going to announce my giveaway winner this weekend, probably on Sunday. So you have from now until Sunday to leave those comments so that you can be entered into the giveaway. Oh, and I'll announce the winner on the Foiling Snobs Club, and I'll leave a comment in my community tab here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.